Alright, what's going on, PML? This is Bubba. You already know what the fuck it is. We about to run through a little bit of preseason press conference, you know what I mean? Go through season expectations, what happened last season, the roster a little bit. I got about half an hour till this game about to load up. So that's what we about to do. So I think, I feel like the first way we gotta start is addressing the lack of preseason from the Bills. I mean, we all know what happened. Um, yeah, I mean, the Bills were not able to participate in the preseason this year. Um, Unfortunate, but it was self-inflicted, and we're through it. We're ready for the season. So that will not be happening again. We will be participating in the preseason next year and all the years going forward. Um, Whatever that is, what it is. I ain't gonna talk about much more than that. As far as this season goes, we got week 1 versus Indy this week. Codes, playoff matchup rematch from last year. We had a good game. We actually played week 18. It is now. I can't show you guys the outcomes of those games. It was not in the it's not in the game, but week 18 played Codes. Good matchup. It wasn't, neither of us were at full strength. We were either resting players, we were playing backups, maybe not installing 100% of the game plan. But he won that game, needless to say. Playoff time, game was a little different. It was in Buffalo. It was snowing, whatever. Maybe we had all our starters, whatever. It was just a different game. And I came out on top of that one. We got round 3 coming up. And I'm excited for this game, as I'm sure coaches, I'm sure the league is. PML kickoff is here. We all hyped for it. So let's go. Let's do a quick rundown of the rest of the schedule real quick. Just give my thoughts on what we got here. This AFC East, adding Green, and then also the additions Fallen made this offseason, I think this division is as competitive as it's ever been. We played the playoff game last year against Fallen. He damn near came back. He gave another 5 minutes. He probably comes back in that game and wins. But yeah, let's start running through. Week 1 versus Colts. Codes, already talked about that. Week 2 versus the Kyle Pitts-less Atlanta Falcons. We know what that is. I play him in the preseason every year, besides this year, of course. We all know what type of player he is. We know Vet. I don't got much more to say. He has no Kyle Pitts. We know what to expect going into that game. Jack and the Ravens. This is an interesting one for the simple fact of he's still on the new side to me. He's been slowly starting to unleash Lamar Jackson, and we all know what Lamar Jackson can do. Lamar Jackson may be one of the best player, if not the best player in this game. I got one of those guys too on my side, but Lamar Jackson may be the best player in this game, sheerly just on the fact that he has 96 speed at quarterback. He has all those abilities as well. All right, so that's gonna be a go, and that is at Baltimore. So that's gonna be a good game as well. Jack's fighting for, kind of his division too. He says he's not no better than the division, but we're gonna find out. Fallen. I already touched on Fallen, and just the fact that he has made a lot of moves this offseason. I think he's made really good moves. He had a lot of draft capital. He drafted well. He made a lot of trades. He made some good, solid trades, at least for the short term. And if you look at the build of his team, he has a X-factor quarterback that's not getting any younger. So he has to make those moves for the short term, and he did a very good job. Stephon Gilmore is the one that's coming to mind. That's tough. He's got good abilities at one step ahead, and I think is it bench press or maybe just a KO ability. Either way, Stephon Gilmore is still a very good player in this game, and especially when you have to go up against a Bills team who runs 3 deep at wide receiver, and you got to have those coverage guys. So we know what Fallen's about. I'm excited for that game. Should be good. I got two games against them, so That's gonna be a good matchup this year. King Mike. I mean, again, this is. I mean, I feel like we've been in this league long enough with all these guys. Like a guy like Mike, I know what I'm up against, but I've not seen Malik Willis yet. And just looking at his player card, that dude's a stud. So I played King Mike season 1, and we did win that game, but we're talking about a completely different team now from the Washington side, and that's gonna be an interesting matchup. That's a young team that develops very nicely. We're talking Chase Young, we're talking Montez Sweat, we're talking Jonathan Allen. Like, that's a defense that's got some ballers. Plus, he traded for Mike Thomas. He's got, like I said, Malik Willis. He got Scary Terry. Antonio Gibson's got some abilities. Like, that is a nasty team he got over there. So, again, another game got our work cut out for us. There's no easy games in PML. It's just that simple. We got Fallen again. I won't go over that again, but, 2 matchups. Why is the fourth one? Okay, never mind. And then we got Greeny. Glad to have fucking Greeny back in the league. Huge addition back to the league. And, of course, he's in the division with me and Fallen. I mean, it fits. The storyline fits too well. His team is a little different than Fallen's, though. I mean, while Fallen said, yeah, you got to win now, whatever, Greeny came into a completely different situation where he's kind of got to focus on these future seasons. So he did trade away Stephon Gilmore. He's got, what, like I said, he just got a different roster and a different situation. So do I think it's going to be an easy game? Hell fucking no. But I think we're teams in 2 different places. So that is what it is. Greeny is a good user. We know that. I think a team like the Patriots, where you can just run, and then focus on playing off of that, I think that's right up his alley. That's right his speed. CEO. This is the first time I'll be playing CEO this cycle, I believe, at least. And CEO, we know, is a baller. I mean, NFC Championship last year, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe he lost. Did he? No. He beat Hi Mike. He was in the NFC Championship. This dude's a baller. He's gonna be able to do whatever he wants with that old line with those running backs. He's a good user. He's got a good team. It's kind of just, he's one of those players. Again, none of these games are easy. I got my work cut out for him. So, but he's a guy that we both been in this league long enough that I know what I'm getting myself into, at the very least. A-Rod. Again, he's in a different position, but that team's been growing, and not slowly. It's been growing very fast every season. We know A-Rod, when he flips the switch and he wants to play, he could play. So if that Jets team starts to get up to speed, especially we're talking week 10, week 12 on the schedule, we could have a real problem on our hand with these Jets pretty soon. Do not count A-Rod out by any means. Raiders, Deloy, we got the Deshaun Watson-led Raiders now. Again, none of these schedules are easy, but all these games, we got our work cut out for him. I know Deloy doing something a little different with that run-and-shoot playbook, but he's got Watson now. He's got Darnell Moss. I think he got Josh Jacobs back, too, which, I mean, take that for what you will. But this is a solid team, and we all know Deloy is a very, very solid user. I expect this to be another great game. We got A-Rod again. We got Burn. He didn't trade me John Ross, so fuck you, Burn. Besides that, I mean, again, Burn been in this league for a minute. I feel like I know I'm getting myself into with Burn. As far as the matchup goes, I mean, he doesn't have a great team, but he got guys like Thibodeau, who's going to be a problem. He got guys like Saquon, who's going to be a problem. I mean, maybe if he gets that rookie quarterback, something getting that working, maybe he got something going. I don't know. Again, I feel like I know I'm going up against with Burn. Tough matchup nonetheless. And we got Mr. K-Mac. Shit. I got something for K-Mac. I mean, that was, obviously, as you guys know, that was the AFC Championship game. Did not end the way I had hoped, but I took a lot from that game. specifically just watching K-Mac play, seeing how he adjusts to my adjustments. And I had some ideas going in what I wanted to do. I put that on the field. He made a couple mistakes. I thought I had something going, but he's a pro level player. So he came out, he saw what I was doing, he adjusted, and like I said, I took a lot away from that game in general. So I hope and now he doesn't have Tom Brady. His team, I honestly don't want to say it got worse because he made a lot of moves as well. He had a lot of cap space. He made some trades, some significant trades, but he definitely does not have the quarterback position that he did last year. Tom Brady was a huge addition for him with the, I'm not sure the abilities names, but wherever you can fucking create a play, route master or whatever. And then he also had that set feet lead, so he could, even with the 86 throw power wherever he had, he can get the ball wherever he needed to get it. So it's going to be a different matchup as far as personnel, but we know what K-Mac is about. We know he's a fucking baller, and I got a couple things going to that game that I hope to. I don't want to execute a couple things better than I did last time. Z-Star is the guy that, I mean, before the cycle even started, I wanted Z in my division just because I knew this dude's a baller. Like I said, this dude can play. This dude is a very good user, and I know iron sharpens iron. So I wanted this dude in my division, and we were talking about that before season even started in Gen Chat, DMs, whatever. We're talking, hey, I want to be in your division. It didn't work out like that, but again, this is how PML works. I played him in the playoffs season 1. I lost. I took something from that. I was hoping to play him last year for a redemption game. It didn't. PML works. We got a lot of fucking competition here, so I'm gonna be able to play him again. It's gonna be late in the season, but it's not late enough that we're gonna be seeing backups. We'll both be at 100%. This is gonna be a big game, probably for both of us, if I had to guess. Z-Star is a very, very good coach. He's got a very solid roster around him, and I know I'm getting myself into it this game. You know what I mean, again, like, all these games are tough. This is no exception by any means. So I'm excited to play Z-Star towards the end of the season. I will say this final stretch I got here is absolutely fucking brutal. But it is what it is. Everyone's got a brutal schedule this year. You gotta win some tough games if you wanna play in the playoffs, play with the best. We got Papa Greeny again, week 16. I won't go over that too much. And then I got DK. And this presumably will be with Patrick Mahomes. I have never played DK to this point. I'm assuming that'll be the case week 17 unless I play him in a fucking head-to-head or something. I've never played him. Everyone says he's very good. I've watched a little bit of the game against Codes in particular. I watched that game without Mahomes, though. Yeah, there's not too much I can speak on this game just because I have not played against him. I haven't watched too much film, but again, none of these games are easy. Anyone you play against with the Chiefs is going to be a tough game. I lost to, what's his name? Greeny with the Chiefs, season 1. DK seems to have a different style of play with the Chiefs, which is probably lends more to their advantage. Just pass that fucking rock. And he can do that. From everything I've seen and heard, he's a very good player. So again, excited about that one. And then I get KMFO, week 18. This one, I'm not sure how many starters we'll see. I'm assuming he's going to have a very good season. I'm not sure if we'll see starters from either side. I don't know. It depends how everything shakes out. It's way too early. I haven't even played one game. It's too early to guess on how that one's going to go. But again, we know what this dude is about. He is a 4-time Super Bowl champion in PML. He went to the Super Bowl last year. It took a pro player running some fucking money scheme shit in order to beat him. And even then, he still put up a fight. He is the cream of the crop in this league. So everyone in PML is going to be a tough game. This is by no means an exception, and this will probably be one of, if not the toughest game on my schedule. It is what it is. That's the schedule. It's definitely not easy, but I like my odds going to every game. I don't care who I'm going up against. I don't care if I'm going up against fucking Burns, bum ass, or KMFO. I like my odds. It's just that simple. Real quick, I'll go over this roster. Kind of any moves. I mean, I'll keep it a buck. I did not make many moves this off season, just because that's not how I set up my team. I traded a bunch of my picks to get starters in key positions. I have a lot of youth that is starting. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're gonna go over the roster. I'm not gonna talk about it. So I mean, it starts with this guy right here, and I mean, honestly, it starts and ends with this guy right here, Mr. Josh Allen. You all know him. He is the most dangerous man in PML. Period. These 3 abilities have now been unlocked, and they will be Homer, Sideline Deadeye, and Protected. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. Pretty fucking shitty abilities. Sideline Deadlock. Sideline? Yeah, Sideline Deadeye is solid. Homer is completely useless with Bazooka. It does not do anything. Maybe I can get that changed. Not sure. It's completely useless. And then Protected, which is just a garbage ability. It is what it is. I mean, it's better than no abilities. I'll tell you that for sure. And Bazooka is not too bad. I've just been fucking around with it a little bit in practice mode and whatever. I mean, it's okay. I feel like it's going to get me into trouble with these air yards because this dude can now seriously throw this ball 80 yards on the field in stride with DK Metcalf. So it might get me in a little bit of trouble, but fuck it. When I have been playing in practice mode with that Sideline Deadeye, I think that is going to be a good addition. I didn't even realize really what the ability did until I started fucking around with it. It's not passes thrown outside the sideline, it's passes thrown to the sideline. So that could be a lot of different routes I'm going to have Deadeye on, especially when if I have Bazooka X Factor light up plus this, if I just send DK on a go route, I can throw that bitch Deadeye 80 yards in stride with DK. So yeah, I mean, that's a problem right there. We're going to move on because I ain't got too much time. I got to go with the rest of this roster. But we all know what Josh Allen is, where his team starts and ends, period. Yeah. Running back, don't let this shit fool you. Zach Moss is not my fucking starting running back. This dude's fucking garbage. It's Matt Breida. And Breida ain't nothing special either. But what he is he's really fucking fast. So that 96 speed, that's enough to keep him in the starting lineup. I don't run the ball that much anyway, and but when I do, I feel like Breida is by far my best guy. The speed, he can hit the home runs if he gets a little bit of space. He's a solid pass catcher, and I'll definitely give him that. It's not hard to be a solid pass catcher when Josh Allen's your quarterback, but he can make things happen, and his carrying is real low. That don't fucking matter. I play in conservative every game. Juke move don't fucking matter. I play in conservative every game. It's all speed. That's all I fucking care about. He's solid. He's good enough to be the starter, but he's nothing special. That's why he was on the block this offseason. If I could have got a good deal for him, I would have moved him. It wasn't worth it. Nothing I got was worth it. He's probably gonna end up retiring as a Bill, I'm assuming, unless I can move him at 29. He's gonna probably lose some speed next offseason. It is what it is. He's solid enough. Zach Moss, I mean, I'm hoping he develops into something, but in reality, if you're 86 speed, you ain't doing shit. Let's keep it a buck. What I got? I don't got no fullbacks. Wide receiver room. This is big. We all know what the fuck this is. We got Mr. Stephon Diggs himself. He is the number one, but as a lot of people are saying, oh, free Stephon Diggs, whatever, he doesn't necessarily play as number one. He is a fucking goon. Look at the stats. This dude's a fucking beast. And if nothing else, he is drawing that number one coverage for a reason. If people think I will not hit Stephon Diggs for 10 catches a game every single fucking game, you're cracked the fuck out, because I promise you I will. But it's not. It just I take what's open. There's a reason why his offense clicks so well. It's because I got too many weapons to be guarding people, double coverage, whatever. This dude's a goon, and I'm hoping maybe I can get lucky, get a speed upgrade or something at 29 years old. That would be nice. But either way, I don't care if this dude is 90 speed. This dude's a goon. Point blank, end of story. What abilities he got? He got rack him up. I mean, that's solid. Jukebox, like I said, I play in conservative. That shit don't matter. Mid and elite, I'm assuming that's pretty good. I mean, he's a goon either way. He's a top, 3, 4, 5 receiver in the league right now? Top 3. And then we got DK. And this is what a lot of people will say is my number 1. And it's hard to argue against that. Look at this dude's fucking stats, dude. What the fuck? He's 6'3", 96 speed, 97 jump, 90. What the fuck? This dude's fucking cracked the fuck out. This dude is nuts. So, I mean, how you not expect me to throw this dude fucking 10 times a game? What the fuck? And I ain't even fully unleashed this dude yet. I haven't even really started using this red zone threat. Wait till I start figuring out how to get this a little better against users. I was using it. I can use this in practice mode, whatever, against people who don't click on, and this shit money. But once people start clicking on this ball hawk and all that, it changes a little bit. So I got to figure out how to unlock that still. But at this point, I'm not worried about it. If I'm scoring like I'm scoring, I don't got to worry about, I need to figure out how to get points in the red zone. That's not really where I'm at right now. But we still practicing that. Don't even worry. And he's 25 years old. This dude's 25. He's going to be a 99 by the end of the season, 100%. And the rest of the cycle, PML, he will be a 99 now. Look how his stats are all fucking 99 already. So this dude's a goon. Gabe Davis. This dude, so he did have superstar dev to end the season. It did get dropped for whatever reason. Even though he was the Bills' leading reception leader. He was the Bills' reception leader, believe it or not. Just because, again, when I got all these weapons on the field, someone's going to be open. And a lot of times, Gabe Davis just made plays. He did his thing. He got open. He got the ball. He got a lot of touchdowns. Especially the first 4 games, we had no digs. Gabe Davis saw a lot of the field. So working him into the offense, I feel like for me, it's a priority this season. Maybe get that superstar dev back, but he's another young guy who is really stepped up. When I lost Cole Beasley, not just in the trade, but when I lost his dev, I did not know what I was going to do in that slot position. I was, and he's not, I mean, look at his build. He's not like a prototypical slot guy, 6'2", like, not great route running. Like, he's not a prototypical slot guy, but that's just where he fits in the offense. I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to do, but Gabe Davis has definitely stepped up in this offense. I'm glad he's on the team, and he's just going to continue to grow. The rest of these guys, they're just depth. Obviously, as you can see, these guys are fast. I mean, it's nothing special. These are the weapons. Let's just keep it a buck and move on. Dawson Knox. Again, this is another guy who actually last season he took a small step back just because there's too many mouths to feed. But I have an emphasis this season on getting Dawson Knox involved and potentially getting him a dev. He's 26 now, so his clock's ticking. But he is a goon. 87 speed tight end and 91 excel. Like that's enough for anyone to be elite in this league. And if I can get him a dev, that's gonna put him over the top. I have, like I said, there's an emphasis this season on getting him involved, getting some targets, catches, touchdowns. You will be seeing a lot of Dawson Knox. If I can get him an ability, it's a dub. It's a dub. He's already locked up contract-wise. Even if I can't get him an ability, like, he's going to be a starting tight end the rest of the cycle. He's rocking out. O-line, I promise you ain't nothing special. This shit's all garbage, honestly. Deion Dawkins, nice. Cody Ford, trash. Mitch Morse, solid. Trash. Garbage. We're not even going to talk about it anymore. Fucking trash, all of them. Melvin Ingram. He was signed as a free agent. Just because look at who else I got. I got Jerry Hughes. He's fucking 35 years old. I was hoping he retired. His old ass wanted to stay for another season. Fuck him, because he's old and expensive, but it is what it is. Melvin Ingram, to be honest, is not very fucking good. He's kind of trash, but I need somebody, and he's going to do. He's good enough to play one season for me and start. Period. AJ Epineza. This is another young guy that I'm excited to have. 24, and like his stats aren't out of this world by any means. But again, when I have key players like a Josh Allen, like a DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs, like I need some youth that can play for cheap in key positions. Like, so he's good enough to start, and I'm hoping he progresses this season. We might even see him get a little content. We'll see what I can do. And then also, don't sleep on Boogie Basham, Carlos Basham. His nickname is Boogie Basham. 87 speed, 88 excel. And again, I haven't put much content into him. He hasn't seen much of the field just because, I don't know, it's hard to get this guy in the game. He's just not very good, but I'm going to try to get him involved a little more because he does have that speed. That speed could be big if I can develop him a little bit, especially maybe on the opposite side of Epineza. Try to get something done. Normal dev isn't great, but it is what it is. DT, Ed Oliver. This man is a stud. Now, as you can see, not all of his stats are there, but he got 84 speed, 87 excel. That's huge for a DT. And he does have his abilities. He had this locked ability, but he got Stonewall. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I think Stonewall probably pretty ass, but it's better than locked ability. I'm not mad about it. Shaq Griffin, he's garbage. He's only here because he's fast. 90 speed at a linebacker is nuts, but he's garbage. Don't let that fool you. Tremaine Edmonds. I'm torn on Tremaine Edmonds because again, young 6'5" linebacker who's got the superstar dev. He had X Factor. He got regressed because this game is garbage, but these abilities are fucking trash. These do nothing. They're garbage. But he's got the speed. He's got the size. Like, he's good in that aspect. But he never really makes these big plays for me. But again, I don't got much depth at these positions. So a guy like Tremaine Edmonds, he's sticking around as long as I can get him. Outside of that, we're just trying to get somebody on the field. Voshan Joseph, he's a bill in real life, actually. He's solid. I mean, definitely nothing special. Matt Milano. Now, this kind of hurts my soul because Matt Milano in real life is a stud. I mean, he is seriously one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and the way they just disrespect him in this game, he's slow. He's not very good at anything. He's okay at everything. Like, it kind of hurts my soul. And yeah, he's a little bit older now. He didn't have Star Dev 2, or he didn't have normal dev to start. He had Star Dev, but they disrespect him, and it hurts my soul. He's ass, and he's expensive now. So don't be surprised when you see Shaq Griffin and Matt Milano on different teams this time next year. At the cornerback room, this is something honestly kind of concerns me a little bit. So we got Trey White. This man is CB1, and this acrobat ability is what makes him so great. He's about to get a new upgrade. Maybe we can get something nice with that. Maybe even a speed upgrade. Maybe. We'll see. But he's a stud. I got no problem with him. He is, the best player on my defense. One of the best players on my team. Absolute beast. 28's a little concerning, but he'll stick it out for the rest of the cycle. I'm not worried about that. But we did lose Jason Verrett in the offseason. But we also did sign Fabian Moreau last offseason. So we have to hope that he takes a step up this season. He's solid. He's definitely not great, but he's got the speed. He's got the jumping. He's got a little bit of size on him. We're going to see what he is. If he doesn't cut it a couple games in, we will be trying to target another DB. We've already been trade talks with multiple teams about a couple different positions, DB being one of them. Outside of that, Anthony Averett, again, this dude just straight free agent signing. He's got 93 speed, so I said, fuck it. He's good enough. These guys will not be seeing much of the field. Free safety. This one's tough. Micah Hyde. He lost a superstar last season. So he had all of last season, and now he regressed even a little bit more. I mean, all in all, he's still there. I mean, I think he maybe lost one speed. So, like, he can still speed. So, I mean, he could still ball. I mean, he can still play, but he's just definitely on the slower end now. I think we're going to be seeing him in some more nickel sets more than everything. But the only problem is I don't have a lot of DB help out here. So, I drafted a guy, Monteric Brown. Again, he's not very fast either, and he's actually a corner. That I converted to safety just because, whatever, I liked his stats. I said, this guy could be a solid safety. I need a little bit of speed. Like 89 speed at corner is brutal, but 89 speed at safety, you can maybe get away with. So I figured he's probably gonna be a little better at safety. We moved him there. He's gonna play that same Hyde role. He's not gonna be in the box, but we're gonna see what he does. Again, there's a good chance that by the trade deadline, the Bills trade for a DB because we don't have a lot of options here. Brad Stevens with a free agent pickup. And strong safety. This dude's a goon. Ashton Davis. He's 92 speed. He's gotten a couple upgrades this offseason through training camps, and he's just been progressing very well. He sadly did not get the upgrade. Like, I thought he was gonna have a slightly better season last year, but we had a lot of good DBs in the AFC. He didn't quite make the cut, so he's one of those guys. Again, I'm gonna focus in on trying to make sure he gets just some whatever. He gets some interceptions, some stats this season. Trying to get him a dev because with Hyde and Poyer regressing, how badly they did, we need guys to step up. Tyler Bass, goon, is just a kicker, but nice having kick power. In real life, this man's a fucking beast. But I mean, it is what it is. Kick power is all you need. Don't care about the punter. We'll talk about draft capital real quick, and we'll wrap this up. So I do have the missing first round pick from the DK Metcalf trade, but I did acquire a second round pick. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then all my picks next year. This is kind of what I got as trade capital. If I'm going to be moving somebody, it's probably going to be for a picking a player maybe. I don't know. But I don't got, as you can tell, I don't got a lot of depth. Greg Rousseau, he's actually on the practice squad, but we're going to try to get him involved too. But again, like, they hoed this dude so fucking bad, dude. Because I know in real life, this dude's a fucking goon. He's 6'7". He's got fucking extendo arms. 83 speed is good enough for him. He's not like crazy fast, but I mean, he is an athlete. Like, this dude's a goon in real life. And the fact you give him 63 block shed and 65 finesse move, like, yo, you're fucked. That's fucked. They hoed him bad, but I don't know. I mean, he's either going to get moved up from the practice squad or traded, to be honest. Even though he shouldn't be down this bad, but that is what it is. We don't got nobody else, really, to show you on the practice squad. Keep it a buck. And that's it for the roster. And that's honestly pretty much it for the preseason press conference. Let me think, is there anything I'm missing? Maybe just real quickly, I'll just go through the expectation for the season. Just how my team is built, we're still in win now mode. I expect to win this division. I don't think it's going to be easy, and I promise you, Fallon's going to be right there with me. I expect Greeny to at least win some games. He's going to be relevant, but it's going to be tough. I have to win this division, period. I got a squad that is just too good to lose. I hope to get maybe some reinforcements coming at some point. The squad's too good to be taking L's. Especially after how we lost last season against K-Mac. Definitely left a bad taste in my mouth. Pause. Pause. So we need to bounce back, and it starts quite literally right now with what's his name? Codes. We're gonna load up this game right now, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the preseason press conference. I look forward to this game. Look forward to this season. I might even be trying to get some post-game press conferences. We'll see how it goes. I gotta step up the content this season. Period. I gotta step up the content in general. I've been slacking on a lot of things, especially with this new carousel. I can't get my ass kicked, so we're gonna step everything up. Hashtag Good Guy Bubba is officially in the building. We ain't cheesing no more. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyone who watching, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side.